This will surprise you. Your person is planning to appear at your door soon with something hidden in their hands. My beloved child, do not blink right now because what is coming toward you has already started walking, and every step is stitched with your name. There is a knock rehearsing itself against your front door in the quiet places of time. There is a heartbeat drawing closer, steady as the seconds, soft as forgiveness, certain as sunrise after a long night, and the one who carries that heartbeat is carrying something else too, something wrapped, something hidden, something that will change the way your room feels when you breathe. Listen. You will notice the air shift first. The light will fall differently on your walls, like a gentle hand turning a page you didn't know was stuck. A breeze will brush the curtains and the floor will hold its breath. Then the memory of this moment, these words, will tap your shoulder from the inside, whispering, "Prepare." You will tidy a chair without meaning to, straighten a frame that always tilts, pour water in a glass as if you knew thirst was about to knock. This is not panic, this is alignment. Heaven is arranging your space to match your blessing. Your person has been wrestling with words in secret. They have folded and unfolded sentences like paper cranes, searching for the line that won't fly away. They have carried a small storm in their chest, but the rain inside them is mercy, and the thunder is courage learning to speak. They are coming with hands that tremble a little, not from fear of you, but from the weight of being honest at last. In those hands could be a tiny velvet promise or a simple letter with edges softened by thumbs, or something humble like a key on a ribbon or a photo that remembers when you both laughed without counting minutes. Do not obsess over what it is. The object is only the doorway. What matters is the truth walking through it. When the knock arrives, oh it will, pause before you reach the handle. Borrow one breath from eternity. Say in your heart, I receive only what is meant for my peace. Let this be a boundary and a blessing. Then open gently, the way dawn opens, not demanding, not defending, simply available. When eyes meet, let silence do the first speaking. You will see it, a softness that didn't exist before, a yielding in the shoulders, a readiness to put pride down like luggage that doesn't fit in this house anymore. They will try to start in the middle. People do that when emotions are full. They may say, I was passing by, or, I didn't plan this, even though their shoes are laced with intention. Smile with your spirit. You are not here to interrogate a miracle, you are here to host it. Offer a seat, or if the doorway feels holy, remain standing where truth can stretch its legs. If their hands are still hiding something, don't rush the reveal. Let their heart unwrap before their fingers do. The real gift is always the confession, the apology, the clear admittance. I carried you in my quiet. I couldn't keep walking without setting this right. Archangel Michael has gone before this moment, clearing old thorns from the path. He has cut the cords of misunderstanding that tied simple words into knots. He has placed courage like a lantern in your person's chest and gentleness like warm light in yours. You will feel it, the way arguments you rehearsed suddenly forget their lines, the way your mouth tastes like peace instead of defense. This is how you know heaven is present. Love gets specific and fear loses its script. If tears appear, let them. Tears are only the heart's ink, writing the truth where mouths are still learning. If laughter appears instead, honor it. Laughter is the sound grace makes when it lands. If both arrive together, tears and laughter, do not be surprised. Some blessings speak two languages at once. Now, about what's hidden in their hands. If it's a letter, receive it with both palms as if you were catching a bird finally brave enough to land. If it's a tiny box, don't race ahead with your mind. Breathe. Let the moment present itself. Whether it holds a ring, a token, a memory you thought was lost, or simply a folded note that says, "I choose peace," treat it like an altar. The smallest gifts hold the loudest meanings when they are carried across a battlefield of ego and placed gently on the table of truth. Say what your soul has been saving, but say it softly. I heard you. I'm listening now. I want the simple good. Do not reach back into yesterday to drag proof of pain into this room. Yesterday has no passport for the country you're entering. If you need to set boundaries, set them with light instead of locks. I welcome honesty. I welcome effort. I welcome steady steps. The right person will nod. The wrong person will negotiate with your peace. Your discernment will know the difference in a single blink. Look at their hands again. Once they open, notice how relief moves through their fingers like a bird released. Notice how your chest loosens as if a door inside you was also knocked and opened. Gratitude will want to speak. Let it. But also let stillness have a turn. Two quiet people can hear angels better than two loud ones. If the moment invites a fresh beginning, mark it. Not with extravagant promises that collapse under their own weight, but with small agreements that actually live. Let's be kind in the mornings. Let's not run when we're scared. Let's tell the truth before it turns heavy. These are seeds. Plant them without ceremony. Watch what grows. And if this visit is not a reunion but a release, if the hidden thing is closure wrapped carefully with respect, honor that too. Sometimes heaven delivers a gentle goodbye so your hands are free to receive a better hello. Either way, your door becomes a threshold. And thresholds are where destinies change shoes. Before they leave, or before you both step into a new room of your story, place your palm over your heart and silently bless the house you live in. May only love cross this floor. May only truth hang on these walls. May my table be a refuge for brave conversations and healed laughter. You will feel a warmth answer you. That is heaven agreeing. When the door closes, you will stand there smiling at nothing and everything. The air will taste clean. The room will feel resized. You will notice that what was hidden in their hands was never just an object. It was a message from the future saying, "I still believe in you." And you will believe in yourself a little more because grace, once seen up close, has that effect. So be ready without rushing. Be expectant without clinging. Keep your house hospitable and your heart untangled. Your person is on the way with something hidden that carries the shape of hope. And when hope knocks, beloved, you already know how to open. My beloved child, slow your pulse and let the room teach you how to listen because the moment ahead is not loud, it is exact. Imagine the handle warming under your touch as if the metal remembers your name. Imagine the wood of the door feeling less like a barrier and more like a page about to turn. In the hush before the reveal, bless your feet for carrying you here and bless your breath for keeping rhythm with heaven's plan. You are not late to your own life. You are exactly on time to the corridor where grace loves to hover and wait. When you open, light behaves differently. It pours in as if it also wants to meet this visitor. Their eyes hold a weather you've known before, but it isn't storm now, it's the calm after. Notice the small courage in the way their shoulders soften, the way their throat moves like a bridge lowering so truth can cross. They hold the hidden thing gently, not as leverage, but as an offering. The object is wrapped in the color of humility. Paper, cloth, the corner of a velvet pouch slightly worn, ordinary skins for a holy message. You will feel a brightness behind your ribs as if lanterns were being lit one by one inside your chest. That's how readiness arrives, not with noise, with candles. Let the doorway be a sanctuary. Don't rush the distance between you. Let silence do its careful work, trimming away the leftover thorns of pride. Offer a seat if the room asks for it, but if your threshold feels like sacred ground, remain there where destiny has room to stretch its back. Say their name like you are handing it a glass of cool water. Watch how their breathing changes. People thaw when their names are held kindly. Now the unwrapping begins. Fingers that once clutched uncertainty start to open like morning windows. The ribbon loosens. The paper releases its quiet. Inside could be a letter with edges softened by thinking of you too long, or a key tied to a promise, or a tiny box that keeps not diamonds but decision, or a photograph that returns a laugh to your home, or a small pendant warmed by their own heartbeat on the way here. It could even be simple, a folded napkin with 3 words written slant, I choose us. Remember, the weight is not in the matter, it's in the meaning. This is not merchandise, this is a bridge. Let them speak the first sentence that fought so hard to be born. It might trip. It might arrive sideways. Receive it anyway. When the heart learns a new language, it makes mistakes tenderly. If an apology comes, do not hurry to pardon with your mouth while your memory still clenches. First let your spirit nod. Whisper inside yourself, I allow healing to have a chair here. Watch how the air in the room takes on the fragrance of rain on dust, old dryness meeting mercy. Archangel Michael has prepared the floor beneath your feet. He has taken the sharp words you rehearsed in the shower and filed them down into keys that open instead of knives that cut. He stands just beyond what you can see, not to interfere, but to guard the perimeter of peace so both of you can talk like people and not like prisons. Feel how your pulse slows. Feel how the room hums at a softer pitch. This is angelic choreography. When heaven wants 2 souls to meet without their armor, first it quiets the noise. Give your truth, but give it as bread, not as a brick. This hurt me. That silence made me guess things that weren't kind. I want the simple good, not grand fireworks, daily gentleness, daily yes. Tell your needs in sentences that even a tired heart can lift. If boundaries are required, set them like bright lines of light on the floor, not barbed wire. We don't throw the past at each other like stones. We pause when the voice rises. We go to bed honest, even if we can't go to bed finished. See how respect grows when rules are made for tenderness, not for control. If the gift is a letter, ask with your eyes and open it slowly. Read not just the ink but the pauses. Margins sometimes tell the truest story. The place where the hand rested, where the breath shook, where a sentence doubled back to be kinder. If the gift is a key, understand it. This is not an invitation to move too fast. it is a symbol that someone wants to unlock what was stuck. If the gift is a small box, let your soul open before the lid does. What matters most is not the sparkle but the vow that breathes behind it, steady, present, true. Make 3 soft agreements here, small enough to live in a Tuesday. First, when fear speaks, we will not let it narrate the whole chapter. Second, when we need space, we will ask for it as kindness, not as punishment. Third, we will celebrate tiny progress louder than we advertise our pain. Write these on the wall of your hour if you must, invisible ink that only you can feel. Love does not survive on grand gestures alone. Love grows on daily water. If tears arrive, let them run without shame. Tears are not weakness. They are solvents for old glue. They dissolve what made you stick to yesterday's obstacle. If laughter interrupts, do not apologize to the holy atmosphere as if joy were a disruption. Joy is the signature on heaven's documents. It seals what apology begins. If both come together, salt and light, understand that your heart just learned a new music. It can mourn what was and celebrate what is, in the same rhythm. Give the moment something tangible to hold. Place the gift, whatever it is, on your table like a small altar. Put your right hand over it, left hand over your heart, and in that quiet say, I welcome only what serves peace, growth, and honest love in this house. Do not overcomplicate the prayer. Simple doors open wider. Then choose one action that proves your next chapter started. It could be brewing tea and sitting without screens for 10 unhurried minutes. It could be deleting the last message thread where ego performed for an audience of 1. It could be texting a trusted friend, we spoke. We chose gentleness. Hold us in light. Faith that doesn't translate into motion becomes a museum. Today your faith is a kitchen, warm, working, feeding the day. Here are Michael's 3 whispers for you, tucked inside like folded notes. 1. Pace is holy. Do not sprint a seed and call it a tree. 2. Clarity is kindness. Questions asked early are softer than resentments revealed late. 3. Gratitude multiplies. Thank the small and the small becomes a field. If, as the hour opens, you realize this visit carries closure rather than continuation, honor the shape of that truth too. Not every knock is a beginning. Some are benedictions. Receive the hidden item as a ceremonial return. Here is what I took. Here is what I owe. Here is what I release. Bless them with quiet dignity. Place what they give you where endings go, not in the drawer of maybe, but in the box of complete. The heart that can bless a goodbye makes room for a better hello without bitterness growing moss on it. And if the visit is a beginning, do not crown it with fireworks that frighten the birds. Choose a small feast after they leave, your favorite cup, a clean notebook for your shared promises, a walk around the block noticing how the sky seems wider when your chest does. Text each other the most gentle check-in later. Are you breathing easier? Let love be measurable not by volume but by steadiness. The loudest couples are not always the safest, the consistent ones are. Before you close the door, bless the threshold itself. May no lie step over you. May no laziness drag across you. May the souls that cross you carry patience and return carrying joy. Touch the frame once like you would touch a friend's shoulder to say, I'm here. The wood will remember. Houses keep prayers the way oceans keep secrets. quietly, powerfully, forever. And you, beloved, remember the choreography of this hour. The knock rehearsed itself in time. Your breath borrowed 1 second from eternity. Your hands opened like windows in spring. The hidden thing revealed the hidden truth. The room learned a softer light. The future moved 1 chair closer to you and sat down without noise. Keep these scenes close. Rewatch them when doubt tries to edit your memory. Let them be the proof that heaven does not always arrive with trumpets. Sometimes it arrives holding a small wrapped item and the courage to say, "I was wrong," or "I am ready," or "I still choose you." Rest now without collapsing. Smile without performing. Tidy the table like you are arranging tomorrow's ease. Somewhere outside, the path you both will walk has fewer stones than yesterday, because Michael walked ahead and cleared them while you were opening the door. And somewhere inside, a new room has your name on it. The handle is warm. The light is kind. The air already knows you're coming. My beloved child, breathe like you are sipping from a quiet river, because what heaven set in motion at your door is now unfolding inside your ordinary minutes, and the way you carry these minutes will decide how wide the future opens. You do not need a trumpet, you need a table that remembers kindness. You do not need a parade, you need a pace that keeps promises. You do not need to predict tomorrow. You need to recognize how today has already changed its temperature in your hands. This is how you live after the knock. You walk through your rooms as if each corner has been gently rewritten in your favor. Touch the back of the chair where your visitor sat and bless it. Hold only conversations that heal. Touch the rim of the glass and bless it. Quench only thirsts that tell the truth. Open a window and let the air reintroduce itself to your home, as if it, too, were waiting for this softness. You will feel it, the hush that follows honest words, the way silence stops being heavy and becomes holy, the way light finds new angles to visit your face. Take the gift, letter, key, photo, pendant, or quiet token, and give it a home, not a hiding place. Build a small altar out of the ordinary, a neatly folded cloth, a simple stone from the street where you first believed again, a page where you wrote 1 line that is now a vow. Place the gift there and say, "This is not a decoration. This is direction." Let your heart stand in front of this little altar each morning for 30 seconds, long enough for gratitude to become a habit and not just a mood. Habits are the scaffolding of miracles. They hold what your feelings can't carry every day. Now write. Not an essay for the world, 2 pages for your future. The first page is titled, "What I Release," and you write the heaviness out of your hands, assumptions that turned your tenderness into armor, narratives that edited someone's humanity into a headline, rehearsed defenses that never actually defended you. The second page is titled, "What I Receive," and you list the small, specific mercies you will allow, clean questions, gentle explanations, timely truth, laughter that returns like a lost bird, quiet partnership that does not need to be loud to be loyal. Sign both pages. Date them. Tuck them beneath your altar, not as superstition, but as permission slips for the life you're actually ready to live. When memory offers you a rerun of the worst scene, pause it. Do not endure the whole film again. Whisper, "We are under a new script," and call Archangel Michael by the name he wears when he guards tenderness, keeper of clear paths. See him go ahead of your thoughts, cutting through the bramble where old fears try to regrow. Watch him lift the net that guilt throws over progress. Feel him place a steadying palm between your shoulders until your posture remembers hope. Heaven does not erase the past. Heaven redeems it by giving it a job, to make you kinder, not harder, wiser, not wary, open, not exposed. Practice the choreography of gentle beginnings. When you text, send sentences with room to breathe. I appreciate this effort. Thank you for showing up with honesty. Let's keep our pace human. When you call, let your first hello be unhurried. It teaches the hour to trust you. When you meet, arrive 5 minutes early to straighten the small things, the napkin, the frame, your thoughts, so the moment doesn't have to fight clutter to find you. And when you part, bless the parting, go in clarity, return in truth. These are not theatrics, these are anchors. Anchored hearts travel farther without drifting into storms of assumption. If doubt knocks, treat it like weather, not like prophecy. Check it against evidence. Has the tone softened? Have actions begun to rhyme with words? Has consistency started to make a quiet music in your days? Doubt is allowed to visit. It is not allowed to decorate. If fear arrives pretending to protect you, ask it for credentials. If all it offers is volume and urgency, it is not protection, it is panic dressed up for attention. Michael will stand at your mental threshold and ask fear to keep walking. Your job is to keep the doorframe labeled for truth and love only. Choose 3 tiny rituals that prove you are living the new chapter rather than only liking the idea of it. First, a nightly 2-minute gratitude where both of you name one thing the other did that made the day easier. Gratitude is not flattery, it is nourishment. Second, a weekly 30-minute honesty appointment where small concerns are spoken early, before they grow teeth. Honesty on time is medicine, honesty too late is surgery. Third, a monthly resetting walk with no agenda but fresh air and hand-holding, because the body must also learn the safety the mind is agreeing to. Rituals are bridges. Cross them often enough and the ground on either side becomes the same land. Do not audition for pain anymore. You once learned to speak louder than your needs so no one would ignore them. Now speak exactly as loud as truth requires. Whisper if the moment is tender. Laugh if joy starts first. Cry if water is the only language your heart finds honest. Your voice belongs to your peace, not to your fear. When you feel yourself reach for an old script, sarcasm, withdrawal, catastrophizing, place your palm over your chest and say, return to gentleness. Watch how quickly your nervous system accepts leadership from your spirit when your spirit speaks like a calm captain, not a frightened passenger. If your visitor returns tomorrow with new courage, receive them at the same speed as sincerity. Not faster, not slower. Let trust be a staircase you actually climb, not an elevator you pretend to ride. Step, breathe. Step, breathe. Share small progress like breadcrumbs. I noticed I didn't assume the worst today. I asked for clarity without shaking. I enjoyed the quiet without searching for the exit. These are the metrics heaven loves, humble, repeatable proofs that love is not a performance, it is a practice. And if, as the days open, the road curves toward friendship, reunion, or a holy goodbye, you will not be lost. You have been taught the map: presence over performance, clarity over drama, rhythm over rush. You now know how to bless a threshold, how to host a confession, how to mark a beginning without fireworks, how to close a chapter without bitterness. This is wealth that cannot be stolen. The skill of keeping your heart soft without letting it be small, the art of letting light in without letting noise in, the courage to keep choosing the simple good even when the complicated past wants an encore. Finally, bless your name aloud in your own house. Say it like a promise kept: I will not apologize for healing. I will not negotiate with peace. I will not dim my hope to match someone else's fear. Then lift the small gift again, the letter, the key, the token, and let it remind you of the larger gift, invisible but present, a life that no longer runs from tenderness, a home where truth can hear itself think, a future that walks to your door without knocking because it knows it already belongs. Rest, beloved. The light has learned your address. The knock has done its work. The next page is already warm under your hand.